Welcome back. Today's video is all about transformations if we're thinking about the slide. Now, slide means to translate, so we're going to think, okay, translate, slide, make sure we're starting to get those words stuck together in our head. So first up, graph the image of L, which is the point, that's just the name. So point L, or the coordinate L, 5, -2, after a translation, 3 units right and 10 units up. So as you can see here on our graph, we already have L, it's right here. And we are going to translate that. We're going to move it, we're going to slide it. 3 units to the right, so 3 units to the right, 1, 2, 3, and 10 units up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we will have our new L. So we'll go here, so we'll put the point here. Now if we were going to label this, we would label it L. It's still L, we just moved it. But we would use an apostrophe, that's called L prime. So the original L, this is the pre-image. The L with the prime sign, this is the new image, or just the image. So here again, we're just sliding, we're just moving things around. We're not changing them, we're not turning them, we're not flipping them. We're just putting them where we want them. So up next, translate or slide. We're going to graph this image. So we already have a triangle and we are going to slide it over. We're going to push it over. After translation, 9 units left. So we're just going to move everything over to the left 9 units. So S is going to move 9 units, which would be here. And I'm going to go ahead and label that S prime. Q is going to go 9 units. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here's Q prime. And R is also going to go 9 units. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I have now labeled all of those. And I'll just go ahead and connect those. So for this unit, all we've done is slide it to the left. We've translated it 9 units to the left. All of our points are still the same. The labels haven't changed. We've added the prime to note it that is the new image. Remember the original image over here, the green one, is called the pre-image. So we go from pre-image to image. And then let's take a look at another one, just so we can look at it more than one way. So graph the image of the trapezoid. So we've been given a trapezoid, TUVW, after a translation, 2 units right and 4 units down. So that means each one of these coordinates are going to move 2 units to the right and 4 units down. So like W would move over 2 right, 4 down, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I would label that W prime. V would do the same thing and go 2 to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4 down. We'd label it V prime. U is 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, remember, everybody's moving the same. We're just sliding this whole thing over. And let me go ahead and get those lines for you. Okay, again, important to notice, the shape has not changed. The image is the same, we're just sliding it around. So that's a translation. So here we've been given the point G. Here it is. G is right there, and it is 4, 0. We know the coordinate. We're going to translate it 3 to the left and 1 unit down. 3 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 1 unit down. So it would end here. And then it says, what are the resulting coordinates? So we're just going to tell them, okay, when I move this G, what is my new G, or my G prime, going to be called? And so here it looks like we would be at 1, -1. So you just insert 1, -1 to tell the coordinates. If I'm looking here, I have a triangle. Write the coordinates of the vertices after the translation, 3 units right and 9 units up. So this entire figure is going to shift over or slide over 3 to the right and 9 up. So I'm going to slide it over. So 3, 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to go up 9. So up 9 would be here. So this would be F prime. Now I'm going to need to label that. F is here. Okay, so F prime. What is this number? Now think, we went over 1, 2, 3. So on my x-axis, this is going to line up where? At -4. And I went up 9, and so I'm at 10. So my new coordinate for F is -4, 10. Now what's kind of cool here is if they give you the coordinates, you also could do it this way. You can be, well, that would be +3, because it went to the right 3, so to the right is positive, and it went up 9, so I could add 9. Well, -7 plus 3 is -4, and 1 plus 9 is 10. So you could re-graph, and if they ask you to graph, you should graph. Or you could think, well, I'm just moving this. I could use my deductive reasoning skills and say, okay, so for E, I'm going to go up 3. So my X is going to go up 3. So -7 plus 3 is -4. And my Y is at -6, and I'm going to travel up 9. Now be careful with the positives and the negatives. I'm at -6, I'm going to go +9, so those are different signs. Well, I would be at +3. And here, I'm at 0. Well, I'm going to go up 3, or +3. I'm going to go to forward right 3, so I'd be at 3. And I'm going to go up 9, so -3 plus 9 is, yeah, +6. I can check all that out by doing it this way. So I have this E here. Again, I'm going to go forward 1, 2, 3, up 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if I look at that E, this is -4 up 3, right? That's exactly what we had. We had -4, 3. Well, G started here, and then we moved forward, or to the right 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we went up 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and this is my new G. Well, I can look, where is this at? Well, that's at 3, that's what we had for our X, and I go up and I count 6, that's right, so 3, 6. So we can regraph these and use that information, or we could think about, well, if I'm going to the right, I'm adding on. Now remember, if you're going to the left, you'd be subtracting. If I'm going up, I'm adding on to the Y. If I would be going down, I would be subtracting. So more than one way to think about those problems. All right, up next, we have a pre-image and an image. Ooh, pre-image and image, that's important. The pre-image is the one that you would start with. So I'm going to label this the pre, and here's why. See, it doesn't have the apostrophes. The apostrophes are the prime, and that makes that the actual image over here. So we started at the pre, and we moved to the image. And it wants to know to write the rule. Well, we just talked about when we look at X and Y, we're moving those values. So if I was to say, look at S, I'm going to take my pre and move it to my new S. And I'm only going to look at the X first. I'm going to slide over how far? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is where that would line up. So I'm going to slide to the right, +8. So I can say, well, my X values are increasing by +8. Now my Y value, I slid over, now I have to go up. How far did I move up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I moved up 7. So I can say, well, my Y values for these figures from the pre to the new image is +7. So we write the rule, we're saying for each point, I'm going to move to the right 8, so +8. I'm going to move up 7, so +7 or +7. And you can do this for each one. You can check them out. The Y for the T is also going to be +7, and the X is going to be +8. And for, again, for each one of these, they're going to have the exact same rule. This entire image is shifting the same way. So let's look at another one. I'm going to go from my pre. Now I got to figure out, make sure you're careful, find your pre. The pre is over here. This is the pre-image. Here's the actual image, or the new image, and I know that because it has the apostrophes, the prime sign. So how do I get from here to here? Well, it looks like I'm going to be working backwards, so I'm going to be subtracting. Well, that's what it says. I'm subtracting backwards. And then I'm falling down. I'm subtracting as I move down. But how far? So I'm going to go from one H to the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 before I'm going to turn. So I'm going to drop back 7, and then I'm going to fall how far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I also fell 7. Now remember, I'm going from H to H. I cannot crisscross. I can't go from I to H. I need to figure out how far each one of my coordinates is moving, because my I would do the same. My I would go back 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and then it would drop 7 to get to the other I. So we're given directions basically from one coordinate to the next. And the G would be the same. It would also go back 7 and drop 7. Let's just look at one more quickly. Again, make sure you know which one's the pre and which one is the new image. The pre is here because the new image has the apostrophes telling me that it has the prime. So I'm going from here to here. Now I'm going to use the B because I think it's on top and it's easy to get to, but you could use any of them. You could also use the C. Just make sure you do the X with the X and the Y with the Y. So I'm going to go, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to count that again. It seemed like a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I bounced back 12 units. Now X, I went forward, right? So if I'm going to the right, that would be plus. So my X is plus 12. But my Y here, I'm dropping, so that's going to be subtraction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my Y values are dropping by 5 when my X values are increasing by 12. So think about each one of these. Now again, you could use the A or you can use the C, but make sure you're going B to B, A to A, C to C. You're going to figure out my X values, am I going forwards or backwards? Forwards is a positive, backwards is a negative, and my Y values, am I going up, plus, or am I going down, subtract?